Hello and welcome to the Three Ps in a Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Mersines. Joined with me today, I have the Pot Hut.
Hey. Oh my god.
I'm scared.
We have Ryu Lex Leaf McGee.
I'm gonna leave.
The first one was rough. I'll admit that. I feel like I recovered on the second one. I normally have names planned. I did it this week. I realized that right before I clicked record, and fuck. Anyways, we're here to discuss Dragon Ball chapters 21 to 30. I hope I got that right, because otherwise we have a serious problem. Anyways, right. Guys, I wanted to do this thing for us. Let me just date this episode immediately. All right, there it is. People watching this later, they know exactly when this was recorded. Anyway,
December happens.
When December happens, I'm out here, bro. I'm out here on the Christmas
The second
side.
we get into December, this happens. You know, that's
yeah. Nobody can escape it. I'm going to school wearing a Christmas hat tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Hell yeah. That's
Oh wait, no, I can't do it yet because we're Dutch. So I gotta wait at least until Sinterklaas happened. After that, I get to go be my Christmas self. Anyway.
I'm not Dutch, but I don't celebrate Christmas, so
I had to pull it out. I realized this. I was doing a stream today, and we were recording today, so I had to do something. I streamed the entire stream with my jacket closed, so I could do the reveal.
Nice.
For those of you coming back from the stream, welcome.
I mean, this is going up like next week. So
yeah.
Unless I happen to stream that day, which I doubt I'll have the time for.
Would be very funny. Would be very funny if you
Anyways,
do.
whilst talking about the stream, if you like what we're doing here, go check out Mersines and Mersines on Twitch. We do a lot of fun things over there.
Yes.
All right. Anyways, well, gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the balls of the dragon.
I knew it.
You just thought I was gonna say balls. I added the dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon
yeah,
is nuts.
dragon,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Anyway.
God. Fuck. No. No, that's fair.
All
Yeah.
right.
So we start out. Moon.
Oh right, that was the start of this. Oh my god, I read half of the chapters yesterday, half of them today. Forgot
I read
about
all
that
of them
already.
today.
I have it in my notes, but
So we got a moon, and apparently, Goku's a were-monkey.
Were-monkey. That's a great way to name it. I don't think they don't.
That's literally my comment is
Yeah.
he's a were-monkey? Question mark.
It has a name, but it hasn't been revealed yet. So
So yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. So,
but I'll just for it is that time again. It is time to talk about the Journey to the West because it is funny that one, Goku transforms because Sun Wukong is a shapeshifter, and two, that the solution to this problem was dealt with by shapeshifting.
Yes.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Into his shirt
Journey to the West.
and nipping off the tail.
Mm-hmm.
But that really confused me, the tail getting rid of, because I remember him being I have snippets in my brain of what I've seen, of course, media. I remember him being an adult and having a tail. So either he's gonna grow it back, or some shenanigan happens, or I'm just wrong.
If he grew it to begin with, I would be remiss if he couldn't grow it back. Actually, never mind. He can't grow back arms.
I was gonna say.
I take that back. My bad.
I was
gonna say, congratulations.
right there. I was about to.
I can't let y'all do this shit. I gotta correct myself. I can't let you guys get a dub on me.
But I'm also misremembering, right? Because I'm like a Mandela effect, where I just remember him having a tail on the adult, even though it's not true.
I was gonna say, random fun fact: axolotls can grow their limbs back. So why can't
He's a were-axolotl.
Exactly.
We're axolotl monkey. Maxolonkey? Maxolonkey.
Maxolonkey.
That works.
Maxolonkey.
Oh my god. Ain't no way we start this podcast off with Maxolonkey.
Not even just a normal one. And where Axolonky?
Where Axolonky? I'm gonna try putting that in the title. If the title to this video is something else, then I couldn't figure it out.
Shit happened.
Yep.
He didn't figure it out.
I don't. That's gonna be an interesting thing.
Oh man.
Okay, so we got whatever the fuck that was.
Anyway, back to this thing. So Son Gohan, Gohan, like fucking died by Goku, basically.
Yeah,
that's
and
like
they just don't tell him. Which
yeah,
kind of fucked
I mean, to be
up.
fair, he's a
I mean,
child.
it makes sense. He's like an 11-year-old. He's thinking that his
I don't know
grandpa
that. I
He
think
has
he's
a
14.
right to know.
Yeah, but like
He thinks his grandfather died in a freak accident. The only person on this planet who he knew, who loved him. If he look, he has a right to know what happened to his family.
yeah.
He's the only family member that he had left. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if they told Bruce Wayne that his parents that they just went to a farm upstate. You know, that's fucked up. Or that they just randomly they had a heart attack. You know, if granted he hadn't been there or like he blacked out.
I was gonna say, yeah, he was literally.
Actually, no, wait, Goku was here for it too. Perfect analogy. I win again.
Mamma mia! Anyway,
I had Italian earlier. Now it's in me.
Oh boy.
As you can tell, I'm very energized for this podcast.
But so like he lost his tail, and then of course the group escaped the cell they were in when they were captured, because Goku broke them out, and then he lost his tail, which transformed him back.
He's so quickly adapted to like the imbalance, which is weird and fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I lost my tail. Oh well, okay, let me go get my pole. What? So
yes, but
yeah,
the
like,
thing is, by this logic, he can't transform anymore because he lost the tail, meaning he transformed back, meaning he can't transform anymore.
That makes sense, yeah.
Meaning this was a one-time thing, which is so dumb. That just happened once. I'm like, yep, fix it, no problem. Yep. Very
convenient writing in Dragon Ball. Don't worry, we won't have no more of that.
Anyway. Then the very convenient thing of them both realizing they don't need the balls. Meaning they just have love.
Like, to be fair, that one was like nice. Obvious.
It was very nice, and I genuinely did
nice,
it was convenient, but
I still don't feel like Bulma deserves it. But that's besides the
point.
point.
Doesn't deserve
Yamcha deserves all the happiness in the world.
Yeah. But fuck Bulma.
Man deserves the world. He should have been. It should have been Yamcha's kingdom, not Pilav's.
The fuck is he gonna do?
But he's such a humble dude. He said he didn't want it. Come on, class act.
Yep. It's not. Doesn't have anything to do with the whole castle being destroyed by a giant were-monkey. No. It's just being nice. Were-monkey. Yep.
Maxolonkey.
Something like those lines. I forgot.
For a second. For a second, I heard you say Munchlax, and I was like, "Whoa!" Right.
I think it might have been in there somewhere. I don't know. It was somewhere.
Munchlax. Yep.
I just, dude, I blacked out. Like the spirit of the were to go. This is. If you expected a serious discussion, I'm sorry. It's not happening today.
This is not happening this week. It's Dragon Ball. What do you expect?
It's goofy.
What did you expect?
Yeah, it's goofy as fuck. Oh my god. So, but anyways, like now that we're finished with the first arc of the series, gang has split up, gone their separate ways. What are your thoughts of like the first arc of the series?
Rio, I'll let you go first.
Way more goofy than I expected, at least. Like if we're looking over the whole thing, which I mentioned before, of course. Because I know like a little bits and bobs like with later Dragon Ball, which is a lot more serious. That surprised me. A lot more gags, jokes. Honestly, it's just main character just blazing through stuff, just funny shit happening in the background, and just not much really. Besides that, pretty good. Definitely for first arc, definitely good. Yeah,
like I thought, like what I enjoyed about it was just the fact that like it was like even though it was like pretty episodical. It's still like a fun like adventure, which I don't know, like, I think adventure style, like, for introductory arcs are just really good because, like, you get a good sense of different areas of the world and, like, the way it works and functions in different places. You get to do a lot of world building and it gets to come out very, very organically because the characters are also experiencing it for the first time. So it's a
Especially
very like
Goku.
convenient way to like world build a lot, and because of that, like first arc, we have a pretty good like idea of like one, the technology level of the world, two, like a couple different areas and like how they function, and you know like some of the inhabitants and like how they get about like in their daily lives. We get a pretty good sense of that stuff. Obviously it's not like super in depth, because we don't stick around in any place for too long, and some places, yeah, they are a bit samey, it's kind of palette swapped,
Hmm.
um but like that's fine if that's like the world that you're going for, and like just seeing that like, oh, this is the way the world is in like a fun goofy little like adventure style thing as an introduction, it just works. It sets tone very well. It gives an idea of the world and gives us gives us a decent understanding of the characters that we're going to be spending like more of the story with. So I think it's a solid introduction. I think for fans coming into it knowing Dragon Ball's reputation, like Ryu, for example, like it's a lot goofier than you fucking expect it to be. And I think like if you stick with it, I think that is a good thing. If you are
Hmm.
like expecting series off the bat, it's not gonna fucking happen. But I think it is a good like subversion of expectations in hindsight, which is something that doesn't happen very often. But I like that it happened.
Yeah, another bouncing all that, like the good flow of like learning the world. Goku being basically like the reader, like he wasn't a force his
Yeah,
entire life. He didn't know shit about the outside world, and he gets taught shit by like Bulma, Yamcha, whatever. They tell him like, "Oh yeah, this is how shit this shit is. This is how shit happened. Here to take this technology." And then you slowly learn along with the main character, which also bonds the reader to the main character, as in you're both learning and experiencing the world at the same time.
yeah, that's also like why essentially that like sheltered main character is such like a common trope, because it makes world building so much easier when you can just have a character say, "Hey, this is what the fuck this is, you dumbass." It makes it so much nicer. That's also like one
Yeah,
of the reasons why even if a character isn't sheltered, that like they'll just be, like in shonen, they'll just be a fucking dumbass. Like I don't
yeah, true.
know how much of that obviously is just like, oh, this is like influence from other series doing it, and how much of it is like it's just like actual writing, like, oh, this is a conscious decision I'm making. This makes my life easier. I'm gonna do it this way. Like it's all like it's a bit hard to tell, and I have this in one of my notes for one of the later chapters, because I'll use this as a bridging point. Like there's a bit where Krillin and or Krillin whatever, Krillin and Goku, like they're trying to find the rock in the jungle, right? And like they have to
Hmm.
fight like a saber-toothed tiger and like some other things. They have to deal with these things, and like essentially that's the point of the training, right? Like it's that like
Yeah,
rough environment in the jungle, and that is something that like we have all seen in a series we are very familiar with, One Piece. uh
About to say.
and like there's several other like series where like just growing up in like a rough environment, like it's not necessarily always a jungle, but like the jungle thing has happened enough times that like you can maybe even call it a trope. But it's very
possibly.
hard to
Yeah.
tell because I don't specifically know where this came from. It could just come from the general human understanding that a jungle filled with animals is scary. But in anime specifically, because it's all like pulled from a lot like less like there's a lot less cultural variety in stuff that they pull from, which makes it like a lot easier to make the connection or like create the idea that, oh, Dragon Ball did this, so they must have just taken it from Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like that's the same thing with like the like kind of dumb MC, which they could all like this could very well just be like, oh, they did it with Goku, we're just gonna do it again, but or it
helps a
could
lot
be
with Goku.
actual, you know, writers' decisions, just like, oh, this just makes my life easier, I'm gonna choose to
Like,
visit.
They could make the same decision even like separately,
Independently,
and then be the same thing, even though it basically looks like you're copying an older thing, even if it's the exact same thing that you're doing, even though you made the decision, right?
Yeah, like that's also kind of why you end up with a lot of stories that kind of do the same thing, when they come from writers with a shared cultural background, because people aren't as diverse as we would think them to be a lot of the time, especially not creatively.
Yep.
That's how you get like whole generations of artists having one like dominant like art, like what do you call that, like art, not art form, but like style of art in that form. It's how you get like impressionism in art and like
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like you get dominant like things like that. I forgot the word. Y'all probably help me in the comments about it. But that's how you get that, because people with the same living in the same time period with the same cultural background will probably come to a similar conclusion.
That's how they were brought up, and that's how they grew up, and yeah, same
That
kind
makes
of
the most
nurturing.
sense. Yeah.
Let's go back to the jungle. I love how Goku just ran through like there was nothing,
Mhm.
and then Krillin was just like, or how do you say his name? Kuririn?
Kuririn is
Krillin.
the official translation.
Yeah.
No.
I know it was Krillin, so yeah. Yeah, like so the Goku was actually looking for the rock, and Krillin was trying to like make a fake rock, and then he got fucking bonked on the head. Like, hey, you fucking dumbass, that's not my handwriting. Even though I don't think it was that much different.
You could see it being
Roshi.
more shaky. Like
Yeah, it was
I
a
actually
little
paid
shaky.
attention to that. Like it was a bit more shaky.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, and like it makes sense because Goku, thrives in that environment since he
I mean, he
had
was
to.
grew up there.
Yeah, like he sort of was forced into that. So like it's forest,
It
nice.
makes sense, but like one of the things that I'm like worried about how this is going to affect like the series moving forward is that I get that Goku is strong, right? Like obviously we know this. Like they say it several times in several different ways.
Mhm.
But my problem is that they keep saying it. Right? Like they keep introducing new characters. We had this with Yamcha, who like and they get a leg up on him, but it's always because something else went wrong. With Yamcha it was Goku was hungry, so he couldn't fight back. That's the only reason Yamcha beat him. We don't see them
With the
fight after
sprinting.
that, so like it's debatable whether or not.
True.
But like if you're looking at this, right, like you have the like Yamcha normal and Goku like hungry, and then like yeah he beats him, but like that was his only named attack that
I
we
mean,
know.
no,
Of.
they fought after. Even though was that what hungry when he did the fucking bounce off the border thing? Was that even when he was hungry? The punch? I don't remember. I don't
What?
really recall.
Then in the desert.
Goku punching.
Oh yeah.
Goku punching Yamcha back. That bounced him off the like edge of the
Oh,
like,
the manga. What?
the page. Yeah, of the
Oh
like,
yeah, no,
edge of
that's when he
the
wasn't hungry.
Yeah, that's when he was.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see Yamcha's just like, I can only beat him when he's fucking hungry, and then like that shit, and then like here with Krillin we have, oh okay, Krillin is faster than Goku. No, his shoes.
My
His
shoe was
were wrong.
was broken.
Yeah,
And then he
and
just
like
fucking beat him.
I
Yeah.
like the main character like getting those moments to shine, but that tends to be after like adversity and like when you want them. You
Overcoming
want to see
a
them
wall.
like pull
Yeah.
some shit of just like of like when you want to like root for them. This was just like introducing a character, having him be better for like half a page, and then deciding, no. Look, he actually did it all along. Better, it's fine. So like it really like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel earned in a lot of ways, and that's something like it's all small moments now, but I'm worried about how that's gonna go in the future.
Like in the long run, yeah.
Because like I don't remember a lot of Dragon Ball, like especially the Dragon Ball part. So I don't know how this is like portrayed going forward until we hit Z, but like until then, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Just wanted to
Makes sense.
mention that.
Yeah, that makes sense because right now Goku's like steamrolling through everyone. It's not really.
To be fair, Roshi is technically stronger and faster.
Yeah, he is stronger than.
Oh
Goku,
yeah.
So there is definitely someone better than him. So that's at least something.
Yeah, so he's
right?
at least not the fucking best. I would be very annoyed if he was.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah,
of course, he
to
also
be
passed
fair,
him one day, but
yeah. And to be fair, Goku's, grandpa was like second strongest on the planet. He was Roshi's student and he was also
but like we
renowned
don't like
as
maybe
the-
he's also weaker than the Ox King. We don't know that
Yeah, I'd assume so.
because Ox King was
Naruto-
also a disciple
Yeah,
of Master Roshi, so like probably.
yeah, he was the second.
I'd
behind,
assume like the disciples of Master Roshi and Master Roshi are like stronger than Goku because
They train.
They have trained.
they train
They have
under
trained.
this.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
okay, there this brings me to another point that I wanted to mention. Like I love the idea that the people that have lived on the island for a while are just used to Roshi intermittently showing up with new
They were.
kids.
The milkman wasn't. The milkman was like, "What the fuck are you doing?
It
You
must
gonna
be new.
walk?"
But then like the guy on the at the temple, he was just like, "Oh, another one."
Oh, hey
okay."
Roshi, how you doing? How you doing, Roshi? It's been a while.
Like I do like that because that is obviously we kind of already knew about like that Roshi had other students like with Ox King mentioning it and Son Gohan mentioning it, or well people mentioning it about Son Gohan. But like this is just I thought this was such a nice way to just have it like come back and also kind of imply that maybe there were some other students. Because like yeah, it's just such a like not lovely like line and just the way it was written. It felt very natural in the way it was executed, instead of just haha. Do you remember this thing? Like it's not an Easter egg. It's something that actually makes logical sense for
Happened.
people to say,
Yeah.
and I like that. It was very nice.
Also, in the same chapter, they mentioned something very, very interesting.
I was gonna mention it.
Yeah, actually, you can go. You can go ahead.
Strongest in the Heaven martial arts tournament.
Yep.
The Tenkaichi Budokai. So, I'm a big sucker for tournament arcs. I love tournament arcs. And this, what this is shaping up to be? This seems like it's gonna be a tournament arc.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I like how you say seems like you're not sure whether or not it's going to be. You fuck.
I have no. Yeah, this is the first time
I've heard about it before reading this. I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
dub name for this is they just call it the World Martial Arts Tournament. So,
Yep.
but you can keep.
I
calling it the Tenkaichi
I
Budokai.
every now and again when I'm reading, I just hear the dub voices.
Yeah, same.
Like
I
when
I
Roshi
don't.
was like explaining the like martial arts way, the Eternal Hermit way, I just remember hearing him like, live well, eat well, sleep plenty.
Mm.
I was like it's worded slightly differently. I probably fucked up the quote, but like it's also worded slightly
Yeah.
differently in the manga, so I'll probably just that all
Yeah.
together.
Pushed it, yeah.
But this, we might get introduced to people that are actually, stronger than Goku now, since this is a world martial arts
Please,
tournament.
for the
right?
love of God,
Yeah.
please,
Please. I mean, to be fair,
put this
Goku is gonna
motherfucker
power
in
up.
his place.
He's gonna power up a little bit, but I assume, like he already said, are you sure they can be strong enough? And Roshi was like, well, if they train enough, they should be able to complete. So
enter,
meaning that
right,
yeah, people,
so, like, that's
yeah.
good.
Mhm.
that means
There
that
are-
people on there right now are at least stronger than Goku.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
But there must be, right? It's called literally the strongest under the heavens martial arts
Ha-
tournament.
Yeah, they got
So-
it.
That would be an interesting development to see.
I was like,
Another
I
interesting
don't know.
development.
I don't know where. Like, I feel like this is just gonna be my agenda going into the rest of the series. I don't want to see Goku beaten up, Like, put
You'd
this,
at least
lose
put this
once.
motherfucker in his place just
We
once.
should
You want
lose
to
at
see
least
Goku
once.
beaten up? Yeah.
Yeah. But like, okay, so to like counteract that a little bit, one of my notes is just talking about how fucking adorable Kid Goku is sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when he's like when like Roshi is like trying to get him to do things so like trying to find a hot girl so he can do weird things presumably. So and that like that being like the thing that Goku needs to do in order to like get training by him. When he's just sitting on his cot, like, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh, that's fucking like the way that was drawn. I was just like, that's fucking adorable.
And then he brings back that like giant, strong woman, and Roy's like, "You have no taste, do you?"
He like I don't know if this is specifically where he says it, but like once again there is a perfect like moment of like, damn, this is savage. Roshi asks Goku if he is a missing chromosomes, which is fucking wild.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know if they can get away with a joke like that today, but by God,
Times were different.
times were certainly different.
Well, second girl Goku. Was it at that point Krillin as well? Yeah, both of them, right?
Yeah,
The
both of
second
them.
one?
Like
Yeah,
when
they
they
bring back
when they
the
get to okay.
Bring the mermaid first, and then after that, Krillin comes, and then they
Yeah.
bring back
Yeah.
lunch.
Yep. Which is
First
funny
reading the
because
name
like
lunch was
yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, they call in the dub at least. They call her Launch.
Yeah, with an O there in there as well. Yeah,
An A.
an A. Yeah, I am dyslexic. Anyway,
Well, like I do want to like about Launch's introduction. Like one of the things that like caught my eye was it's just like one of the few things in Dragon Ball that's both timeless and proves Goku to be a hero. Is that when he sees the cops approaching someone and they yell for help, he immediately assumes the cops are in the wrong. Timeless.
Yep.
Truly timeless.
Yeah. Bro, to be fair, the cops were like,
They were just shooting.
they-
Also, like, where does Launch keep getting these fucking guns from, bro? Like, you'd think that this would be a lot easier if they just took the guns away from her.
listen, spatial magic. That's it. She just has
Bro,
a pocket space, or she like, okay, let me take the Uzi right
pulls him
now.
out, just pulls out the Glock.
Oh, brother. Shit, like, that shit's fucking
Also,
crazy.
I thought it would be funny, like, imagine Launch, like, blue hair, just rides the Nimbus, right? And then she just sneezes and just falls right through. That would be, like, do you think that would happen? Because, you know,
From the calm girl sneezing and then becoming the like
The blonde
badass side.
fucking
Yeah.
murderer.
feisty murder, yeah.
Murder. Look, she robbed a bank at least.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
At
not
least
even
once.
the first time. No, because she
Yeah.
said she must. I must have.
Did I
done it
rob a
again.
bank again?
Yeah.
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 Is
Or
this
maybe
all an
a-
allegory for alcohol?
Roshi
It
did
might
drink
be.
beer. That's like a couple chapters ago. So
Yeah, it was in the he had it in the fridge. He said.
yeah. Also, you guys were talking. You were talking about the trope earlier, where the main character is isolated or stupid. Goku is both, and that's it's funny because we're experiencing the world to someone that knows less than us, since we at least know like the basic.
But like I
right?
feel like that like you are working against like from an like
Right.
author standpoint, you're kind of working against yourself. Because the strength in the like sheltered main character trope is that the audience gets to experience stuff through the main character and learn at the same time. Now, I don't think the story has done this, unless you guys have to correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think the way that like they've played it with Goku being sheltered and dumb, that they've ran into a situation where something has been explained before, and then because Goku is stupid, they have to explain it again later. Because that is something that is dangerous, because that is going to be audience frustration. If you explain something in a nice way the first time, and the character gets to learn about it, and the audience get to learn about it in the same way, that is nice. But when you're explaining something and taking up screen time, like explaining something the audience already knows without any new information, you run the risk of it becoming boring and or frustrating.
I think they've done it yet at least. Like,
Yeah,
he
I don't
might.
think so. Obviously, you can play it for jokes. Early One Piece does this, and it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and like it's a risk you have to be willing to take. I personally think it's better without it, but I also recognize it can be funny at times. I just don't know. Like, I feel like Dragon Ball's kind of playing with fire in that sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only thing I can really think about is like the "Are you a woman?" gag or "Are you a girl?" thing.
The pat down thing.
Yeah, the pat
Yeah,
down thing.
yeah.
That's-
Like that's
Yeah,
like,
because people
again,
have said like,
something
because Krillin said like, I'm a guy, you don't have to feel, and then he's like, you don't, why are you doing that? Like, multiple people have said like, what the fuck are you doing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
but that stems
yeah.
from Goku not being able to see gender. Like, he doesn't care or see for it. Like, he doesn't. Like, he didn't care enough to like look
mean,
at
he's
someone.
figuring
Like,
it
oh,
out.
Bonus. Yeah,
it's slowly
But, hey.
figured out. Yeah.
he can't be sexist. That's a bonus.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
a quote. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're locking that opinion in, and
Anyway,
back to that
so
later.
lunch also becomes lunch also becomes a disciple. So with Krillin and Goku, that means 3 disciples of Roshi.
I mean, like disciple, like this is the part where like
yeah,
Goku might not be sexist, but some parts of this manga sure are. But...
Roshi is.
Yeah, Roshi, like, because Roshi don't like some of the shit Roshi pulls. I was just like, okay, I get it was like 80, 90, but like, we're borderline on this. Because like they get launch like launch like is there with them, and it's just like, okay, go cook dinner. It's like, okay, what the fuck? Like, come on.
You're a female. Go cook dinner.
To be fair, she does like volunteer to do that.
To be fair, lunch
It's still
can't
not
make
great.
dinner.
I still don't like it, but she does volunteer to do it.
Yeah, like, but that's mostly because she's on the run. She has nowhere to go. Person says to cook, and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like again, like I get it. I just feel like about it because
yeah.
like I know like Boma's whole thing was I want a boyfriend, and now the next female like Chi-Chi essentially like immediately falls in love with Goku, and then like the next female character we meet is just like get in the kitchen. And I was like, okay, yeah,
yeah, female.
Well, Mai is like probably a war criminal.
Yeah,
Oh.
at least, yeah.
I feel, female empowerment, do crimes.
Do crimes.
She's
Be
representing
gay,
the
do
whole
crimes.
female. Yep. Also,
Anyway, about lunch. So
I'm
she was
thinking
cooking
sandwiches.
yes.
blowfish.
Just-
No, I had a joke that was like lunch can't make dinner for shit because she fucked up the
Hey.
blowfish.
Oh, that's a good joke. That's a good joke.
Yeah,
like
I figured that. I like that. Yeah.
also,
They all got sick from that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, except
Like-
for Goku, because he didn't
Yeah.
get to eat.
because
Because
that
Krillin
you
was a
scene,
cheating bitch.
yeah, that scene
Yep.
used to piss me the fuck off because Krillin
That's fair.
Krillin was like, oh, let me just take advantage. He literally tried to kill Goku, y'all. He cut the bridge. Like that was attempted murder.
I mean,
right?
he knows he can fly.
Yeah, the cloud doesn't come like rescue him. He has to call for Kinton.
Yeah, yes, Kinto-un.
Kinto-un.
Kinton.
I mean, okay, what at what point did he cut his vocal cords? Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it can't like come there instantly either, right? So like he cuts the bridge.
How do you
he
know?
starts falling
How do you
down.
know how the magical cloud works?
It comes flying. It's real.
Yeah,
it
comes
the
flying
distance.
to him. Yeah.
Do we have a record speed for the Nimbus?
How fast
No.
do clouds move? Let's look this up.
I mean, considering they probably go with the rotation of the Earth, I'll say fucking fast.
Very fast.
Fair. That's
I was
fair.
gonna. I was
If
gonna
you
make it
include the
four.
rotation of the Earth, like opposed to space, clouds move fucking fast because the Earth is rotating around the sun.
Yeah, and like the
It-
only way they
we are-
move slow
it's-
for us is because we're on the fucking planet.
Like the entire planet itself moves quick enough because we're in the solar system, which moves with the like belt of the Milky Way, or in the galaxy thing shit we're in. So like the amount of speed the actual thing has from the last position, like every minute, it moves so far from the original position we were in.
And that was an
And
explanation
if you
by
look
our
at
own
space,
Dr. Copernicus from 1660.
sure, I do not know who that is.
You know
Sorry,
Copernicus? He's the one who introduced the solar model for the universe, not universe.
I
but
just watched
Milky
a
Way.
shit ton of Neil.
Just Neil.
Neil.
Just Neil.
I forgot the surname.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Thank you. Tyson,
I was thinking for when he said Neil, I was thinking Shaquille O'Neal, and I was like, whoa,
Bro's thinking about Shaq. Oh my god, that's crazy. I mean, I've been thinking about basketball a lot today, but like, goddamn.
First, Shaq does it like 2 PhDs, right? He's smart as fuck.
Shaq doesn't have a PhD. What the fuck?
He did. He does.
Does Shaq have a PhD? Hold on.
No.
This is way more important than Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we gotta put
Shaq,
the Dragon Ball on pause.
PhD?
Right
A PhD or doctoral degree?
EID.
Oh shit, he does.
That's good to know.
Holy shit.
He's a doctorate,
Yeah,
even.
it's
That's
an
a
education,
doctorate, yeah.
but still. I get why he went into basketball, because education doesn't pay shit.
I think he did it after. I think he did the education after becoming smart.
But that's
After becoming good
After
at basketball.
After becoming smart.
What
What does Marcus Smart have to do with this?
After becoming.
That is a Celtics player for the people who don't watch basketball. He is a.
I
current-day
think
player.
Shaq, like I think
the
he
NBA.
like said like he wanted to go at Phoenix, but he wanted to go in person, but all of it was online, and he couldn't think of a person if he was alone. He had to like for 15 people minimum, so he paid for 14 of his friends to go with him in person, and they all got
that's
doctorate.
great.
That's amazing. Anyway, back to Dragon Ball. So
Yeah, This one is not me, guys. This one is not me.
sorry. I'm curious to see how like the group that split off, like Bulma, Oolong, everyone, right? Yamcha, Pierre.
Poir.
War.
I was about to
Poir.
like, because you were saying everyone, and I was like, okay, who's he gonna forget?
Yeah.
I said everyone. I just said missaid the name. Anyway, so like I'm curious to see when we see back of them and like what happened to them and
Yeah.
whenever like, shit happens.
Because
Right?
presumably, like the hunt for the Dragon Balls, like they don't give a shit anymore. So like, we, like
Well, we're waiting
they-
for both of them at least. Don't. Maybe I mean Oolong doesn't care either.
Yeah, he
never
got
really
his
did.
panties, so and Poir
Yeah.
just wants Yamcha to be happy.
Poir just wants to be Yamcha to be happy. What a good kid.
Poir
Poir
is just Poir is a real one.
Poir doesn't deserve it. Like they don't deserve Poir.
No, Yamcha does. We know Yamcha. Yamcha and Poir
Okay.
is the best pairing in Dragon Ball. There, I see.
Yeah,
it.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yep, that's true. It's true. But yeah,
Bulma doesn't deserve like either of them.
Bulma doesn't deserve shit. He doesn't deserve anything she
No.
has.
No. It's
I'm-
also,
I'm curious to see if that will change at some point.
Yeah, I hope she like has a turnaround in character. Like she becomes nicer.
I hope so.
I definitely do.
I mean, like we can probably maybe they'll come cheer at the martial arts tournament, but like I don't think
Maybe see
Like-
them there again. Yeah, that's fair.
like that would
I
be
mean,
the one
that's-
thing I can think of because like maybe Yamcha wants to participate.
Maybe
Well, like
I mean,
besides that,
he's
who
like-
where the fuck are they gonna see them?
fair enough. I was gonna say it's not really like a martial artist, right? Since like Yamcha, I mean, just there, but
He
he might.
fights.
He's strong,
fight.
so you know he
He's
might.
strong,
But yeah,
I don't think
hopefully
he'd
gets
be interested
stronger.
in it. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe he'll be.
Maybe just wanna maybe they hear like from like earshot or something like from person to
Word of
person that,
mouth
like
through the grapevine.
thank you. Through the grapevine that like Goku's participating, like, oh Goku, we know him, and then they're gonna just check it out. Like
That's
and then they like after the match they meet up with
That'd
him.
be neat. That'd be nifty.
That'd be cool.
I'd like that.
That would be very nice.
We'll have to wait and see, I guess. 8 months.
Probably next week. Let's be honest.
Probably that's
for
right.
us.
Yeah, I'm
Dragon
curious
Ball
to see
is-
if that's gonna be like an 8 month, like at least have like some training chapters and then go there, or maybe like 8 months
I
past,
think
we're there
maybe
now.
like what I'm hoping for is that like next like
At least
either
2.
like next week we get to the start of it, and then like the rest of what we have for next week is just training, or that it's like the week after. Much longer. I don't know how engaging they're gonna be able to do training, because this is like pretty like grounded
you could stretch the
training in
training.
that it is very much we're just going to do this, like we're going to do very grindy things, and we're going to do them a lot, and we're going to consistently keep doing them, and that is going to be the way that we get stronger.
Well,
and
the milk
that's
is every day,
not
at least.
hard to make compelling after you've seen it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, the milk is gonna be at least every day, right? I think they said. So,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna have, I assume, like, and that's just the
How much
morning
milk do
training.
these motherfuckers drink, realistically? What the fuck?
They have
I mean-
strong bones.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have like they had like the morning training after that, and then they probably also another training. So Roshi is smart, like a weirdo, but yeah, he can have a lot of types of training and a lot of different like, yeah, just trainings to like exercise. So we can really see a lot of those, like most of the different ones, and then they're gonna repeat those, of course. But after like at least I think it can stretch at least like 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 like chapters of training.
Yeah.
I think you can
'cause
squeeze
this-
that out.
Yeah, because like, yeah, Roshi probably has like a lot of different ways to switch this around. Since he's
Mhm.
the martial arts master, right? He's known as one of the greatest martial artists of all time, right? So
Yeah.
I
They
think
call him the Venerable One.
Yep. So he's probably goes for like basic rudimentary training, right, to build up the groundwork, and then builds on that later, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd assume at least.
I mean, fair enough. Like, obviously, like, there's a lot of ways that this can go, and like, the milk isn't the only thing, that they have. It's just that it's hard to make compelling if you're just doing the same shit over and over again. But
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll come up with something else.
Yeah.
We'll
Also,
find something.
they finished their goal in one arc and split off. That's wild. With the amount of
Yeah.
like listen, if I had never heard of Dragon Ball before, I saw it had 520 chapters, right? And I opened chapter 1 and I saw that they were gonna hunt for the Dragon Balls. At this day and age, I think they're gonna use at least 400 of those chapters to search for those Dragon Balls, man. Definitely.
I mean, that's because we have One Piece.
And
Yeah,
and Naruto,
we're used to One Piece, so that probably shifts our expectations a little bit.
probably.
Especially in terms of chapters.
Yep.
Yeah, because this would
Like, oh, 400, that's a quick week.
So this is going by really fast. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
already on
which is like interesting to me, because obviously, like people talk about like the big three and their slow pacing, and then now we have really quick pacing, and how quickly stuff goes by nowadays, compared to the big three. So it's interesting to see that, like, rather than it being the big three did it, and then like we have counter stream, it's just that it's cyclical as a whole. So
I think the big 3 might have been like part of the counter stream against Dragon Balls.
Yeah, and like that, yeah, but that like as soon as we see that it's not just an isolated 1-2, we see that it is cyclical.
Yeah. No,
Right.
that's
So
fair.
this gives me some hope that maybe we're gonna get some new long series after current gen. Please, I want to get invested in a series for decades. That's my takeaway. That's my takeaway.
Look, I've been reading Kagurabachi, and it's not long enough to the point I can tell you that it's gonna take long, but it's good at least. So
Yeah, I like it.
that's
Very
something.
good.
Praise.
Mm-hmm.
Praise that they keep going.
Praise that they
going.
keep going for like 700 chapters. Yep.
Yup. That's why I'm very like, okay, we're a little bit off topic. That's why I'm very happy Kingdom
Like
exists.
we are been on topic.
Whatever. That's why I'm happy Kingdom exists, because that shit is gonna keep going for like, it's at like 770 something, it's 80 something right now. And this shit, we still got like another good 700 chapters at least. So I'm set for at least one series for a while.
That's
Just
fair.
very
And then,
good.
I mean,
Wow.
you've got your like Hunter x Hunter and Berserk both being
Okay,
having the
but like that is very different.
Also,
Yeah.
they're both on hold, or like not really on hold,
Yeah,
but they're
because the fact that they're just like a hiatus time, it
yeah.
makes it a lot harder to be like, oh yeah, these are gonna last long and get invested. Because they're gonna last long because they take forever to come out instead
No,
of just
I'm just
there's
saying,
a weekly
like the
chapter.
story-wise itself, like Berserk at least has like 100 more in there. I feel like at least 100, maybe 200. Like 100, like we're going to a new world, right? Spoilers. But you have like a shit ton of like a shit ton of like
Spoilers after the fact.
yeah, well, you have a shit ton of like potential to like make that super long and like a shit ton to happen, right? So
It'll be fucking hilarious if they get there and then it's just like, alright, we're done.
It reminds
anyway,
me of
that was
fucking
it.
Tor.
Back to Gong.
Ah, all right.
That was all.
Yeah, no, I guess I can't talk about it anymore.
Why
Someone
can't
else
you
here in the
talk about
comments.
it?
Yeah,
No,
no.
what? You said we stopped, right? So I can't trail off from Dragon Ball.
No, he meant like
Ah,
he meant in
oh,
Hunter x Hunter, like when they get to the new continent, they're
all
like,
right,
and
okay,
that's it.
okay.
That's the end of the story.
Oh yeah, like
He's
that.
making a
Okay,
joke.
You
okay.
thought I stopped the
No,
recording?
No, I thought you
With
said
what
gone
hands?
as
They were
the-
both in
He thought,
frame!
No, I meant like
I thought you caught him off. Yeah, you're
yeah, I
like,
thought
and that's
you
the
gone
back
as
to Dragon
okay. We're
Ball.
back to Dragon Ball. Yeah. No, I was
Oh,
gonna
no,
say.
fuck it, bro. You know, look, any podcast is gonna have tangents. Any good
Yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
anyway.
I was just gonna talk about Toriko. I don't know if any of you guys have watched or read it.
F not.
Fuck
Um,
no. I've seen it
did-
around with this crossover specials.
Yeah, I've watched the dub
Never
twice.
watched any of them though. I click on the episode, see that it's a crossover, and go, this shit ain't canon. Skip.
I watched the crossover. Oh, my camera died. All right.
Oh wait, I've
Goodbye.
seen both of them with. Isn't that eating one where like the guy that with the blue hair?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it is
Toriko.
blue hair.
Yeah, I've watched both the crossover with One Piece, and there's one that is One Piece and Dragon Ball.
That's the one that I
Well-
saw whilst I was watching Dragon Ball. I was like, or not Dragon Ball, One Piece. I was like, fuck this, don't care.
Spoiler alert for the Punk Hazard arcs, like in One Piece, real quick. I remember that episode so clearly because we see the gas form of Caesar just laughing Shiroro, right as the camera pans out, right? And I was like, okay, can't wait for what happens next episode. I clicked next episode, Dragon Ball Toriko One Piece collab. I was like,
Yep.
all right. I want to know who this is though, who the gas fucking dude was, but all right, sure. But Dragon Ball,
Yeah, you know, you better man than me, because I just went, fucking, you're not continuing the story, go fuck yourself. I'll skip to where the story starts.
Fair enough, but like at that
I was
point,
not there for it. I was not there for the switch up.
I did watch it.
yeah, but at that point, Dragon Ball is still my favorite anime, and I had watched Toriko, and I was like, oh wow, they're doing a collab with Toriko. Nice.
I don't think this will happen, but it would be kind of funny if Ryu specifically came away with the opinion that Dragon Ball was the worst thing he'd ever read. It won't happen. I'm not. He's read isekais, so it definitely won't happen. But
Actively reading them.
I was gonna go with Dragon Ball being good, but right, that works still,
no, I just think it would be funny because you're over here like Dragon Ball's my favorite. The producer's like, this shit's garbage.
Wait, did his camera freeze for you?
Yeah,
too,
my camera is frozen.
His camera died. I don't know. Like, are you
died.
fixing it or just sitting there?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. Give me a minute.
We'll just stall. It's fine. We have material to stall with, right? Ryu, you have something more to talk about with regards to Dragon Ball?
Yeah, sneezing.
So move! We're professionals. We're professionals.
Professional.
I was gonna say that works.
Well, so what
So how
about
fucking-
you?
It's an essential part of the plot.
So how did Kuririn like know where Moshi was? Like he just know it was an island and just rode out? Like what the fuck? Like how? We never got explained that. Like Kuririn just like Krillin just like rows out and just finds it.
I mean,
Just
presumably
hoping
he's
it.
been looking for a while.
Yeah, but you think the ocean's vast, no?
He journeyed to the west.
To the
'cause he was from a
west.
village from the east.
That's true. That's true.
God, I wonder how quickly the audience is gonna get sick of me referencing Journey to the West.
I wonder. There wasn't much this episode, so
Yeah, like I was like looking through all the stuff, and it was just like I was like 5 chapters into the 10 chapters, like there's like nothing to talk about.
there's no journey.
Like there's just some jokes, like that. Like one of the jokes is just like when Goku brings back the really big girl. That like literally the narrator just shut like had ... He shut the fuck up. I was like, okay, that's a neat joke.
The narrator has
not
the power.
much to talk about though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. Like, do we have anything else that we actually want to talk about?
I have said
I'm
everything.
just hyped
then I
for a
think this is what
tournament
we're gonna
arc.
call it.
Yeah.
All right. So, join us back again next week, presumably on Wednesday, unless I fuck up again. For chapters 31 to 40, and hopefully some more juicy bits, which I'm pretty sure we'll get to. Anyways,
I think so.
with that, we say goodbye to Hut,
Bye-bye.
to Ryu.
Laters.
I've been your host, Ben, and we'll see you next time.